The only color I care about is green. Money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at?
I just...
I come looking for you a Haitian. I stay on good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they start hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. Right now somewhere.
Quando eu me vi só nesse.
We got James Harden and that beard of his. Look, this guy's relentless. We know he's gonna attack the basket all night long. So I'm gonna make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
The crowd has assembled here at the Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City, Utah to cheer on the Jazz. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the Spurs.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just...
Houston leading by 5. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. To the middle, it's deflected and stolen by Booker. Burks kicks to Clarkson. It's stolen by Ariza. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Howard, the pass to Beverly. poked loose. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Booker. Hayward's got 5 now.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Harden, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Houston making some changes. Jones checked in for Howard. Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Lawson in for Patrick Beverley. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Now, here's Clarkson. Lawson defending. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Lawson dishes to Smith. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Exum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward.
Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Smith, that is in there. Lawson with the assist. And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league and a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
Shoots from 14. Burks' shot is good. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now Harden. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
On its way from Thornton for 2.
All right, fans, I want everyone here in the arena to get on up.
And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he said it's an interesting concept that Dwight has
On the court.
Here's Clarkson. 17 points for him last game against Memphis. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Booker out there with Jeff Withey. And it's Clarkson in at the 1 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. And he converts the layup. Booker's got his first points in this one.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
It's Harden with the drive. The layup missed.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was just a man on a mission. He dropped in 17 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Smith for three. Booker pulls it in. Jazz leading by 6. Clarkson with the ball. Now Lawson defending. Lawson against Hayward. He feeds it to Whitney. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Josh Smith.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
And that one's good. 54 seconds left in the first half. Shoots a 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
Jones, no luck. Jazz leading by 9.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Misses off the left iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Harden kicks to Capella. Outside for Lawson. 5 on the clock. Drains the three-pointer. Lawson's got 5.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Clarkson can't get it to go. And so that's the end of the first half.
Josh, you guys.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house. I like the way we're valuing the basketball. Keeping those turnovers down has really helped us throughout the first 2 quarters. We did take advantage of their turnovers, I'll say that. And that was big for us. When they made a mistake and tried to give us points, we didn't let the chance slip by. Okay.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Gobert. Alec Burks comes in for Gordon Hayward. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Hood. And it's Clarkson in for Trey Burke. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Jones. Lawson out there with Thornton. Then it's Smith. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Favors sets the pick for Burks. There's the feed to Booker. Uncovered. Can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now. Well, for Terrence Jones, Clark, a very scary episode to begin last season. He suffered from a rare nerve damage to his left leg.
Yeah, he wondered if he'd be able to play again after missing 3 months. He finally got back out on the court. Good for him because I enjoy watching him play.
Wow, that's a